Baby's first affiliate stream. Let's fucking go. Happy Ace Attorney Day. Happy National Chess Day. I have a Twitch affiliate. All of those things are happening at the same time. So we're playing the Ace Attorney chess game. I've won Narumitsu, guys. I've done it. Also, welcome to what's probably going to be my last stream for like over a month. I'm going on vacation. I'm gonna be in Korea for the majority of November. So I've decided to, I guess, leave off both games that I'm streaming at really weird points in time. I don't know how far we're gonna get into this case today. We'll see. The next few weeks I am also going to be busy. I'm going to be on still the Great Ace Attorney streams that I'm on. Like, those will still happen as long as the other people involved in them are also able to make those happen. But as for my solo streams, those will be winding down for a hot second. I'll be back in December, and I'll be on the internet otherwise. But for now, we're gonna pull a Miles Edgeworth and go out with a bang, and then promptly leave the country for a whole month. Anyway, let's play the Dadworth case. Let's play the fucking Dadworth case. Yeah, this is the funniest way I could have gone about this. It's not even that I did it on purpose. I would have hit affiliate like 3 weeks ago, but I skipped like, so one of the things you need for being a Twitch affiliate is you have to stream 7 days within a month, which is easy if you do 2 days per month, because that's 8 days, right? Usually. And I missed a day because I wasn't feeling well, which is all fine and good. And then I immediately made that back up. Oh my god, his voice! Sorry, that scared the shit out of me. Hold on. What the fuck? That was voiced. So who's singing this with me? So who's going to sing this with me? Like, actually. Oh my god. Oh man. I can't read all this fast enough. I'm trying to... Damn. Fuck, man. What the hell was I talking about? Jesus Christ. Okay. What was I saying? The fucking... Oh, yeah, one of my other fucking Twitch metrics dropped in the time since I, like, almost made affiliate that one time. So I had to spend a couple more weeks getting that ready, and it just so happened to line up in this way. But it works out. I became a Twitch affiliate on Ace Attorney and National Chess Day while playing Investigations 2. That's how it should go. Anyway. Ahoy. It is possibly the most on-brand thing I could have done. Good lord. Well, time to go into the fucking thick of it. Well, Fender? Are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on. Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy, I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course. Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. Yeesh. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite. See? I was also present at the trial all those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. Yeah, Von Karma sucks. I don't know if this is news to AIDS attorney fans. Manfred Von Karma is terrible. As soon as he became a prosecutor, God. Terrible. Hey, by the way, remember all those years that we spent, like, studying and training to make sure that you became the best prosecutor that there could be? Let's review the case that killed your dad. Hey, Greg. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite him. Son of a bitch, I have to voice Von Karma. I didn't even think about that. Oh no. Let's get ready to do the world's worst Zack impression. The man who would become my mentor, Manfred Von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. So you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing. Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something, see? That something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. Looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. This was back before yours truly was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. Hello, welcome back. Hey, Greg. Oh, we do start with Greg. Okay, I couldn't remember. Actually, I don't know if we start playing as him. I think we don't. I think it's part 2 that we actually play as him. Or I'm fucking lying and I don't remember anything about this case. Hey, Mr. E. This one really came out of the blue, huh? Oh, fuck. What am I gonna do for... Greg! It did. We were called in before the ink on the arrest... What? I can't read. Before the ink on the arrest papers were even dry. I'm so sorry I fucked up your first line, King. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. Incredible timing, watching Tam before this. I was just saying I'm gonna have a terrible, terrible impression of Zack as Von Karma, probably, for, whenever I have to voice Von Karma in this. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. Murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? Words said before disaster. Is it bad? Is Bad the one who's talking? I don't remember. In the dark of night, at the end of the day, I saw 2 timely saviors come in my way. Please be bad. Oh no, it's this guy. Welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. I'm not going to be singing all this because I can't make up melodies on the spot. Whoa, talk about an entrance. I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. I feel like Bad is in this one though, right? Isn't here a gumshoe for these parts? I was like, I know Greg Bad didn't come out of nowhere, right? Like, maybe it came out of nowhere. I can't remember. I don't remember anything about this game, guys. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it. I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service. Yay! I missed him. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do, everything I can to help. Edward. Gregory is kinda... No, I used to be, like, absolutely nuts about Gregory Edgeworth. I'm not gonna... Well, because, like, he looks like Gregory Peck, right? That's why he named him that. Because, like, Atticus Finch. So, yeah, like... Anyway. Edward, that's so funny. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new to this. Why do I have to allow that? It's a permanent term now, don't worry. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. There are so many neutral male voices happening right now. It's all gonna sound really the same for a while, I apologize. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. I feel like I need to rewatch To Kill a Mockingbird to figure out what my Gregory voice is. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tangaroa. What? It really is you? Samson Tangaroa, the world's greatest confectioner. I almost read that as the world's largest confectioner. You flatter me, young friend. Call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow, thanks, Samson. I will. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person. Hold on, I just realized I left my phone, like, across the room, I think. Nope, there it is. Never mind. Found it. What is the... Hold on, am I saying his name right? Did I get the pun correct? Samson... Samson. What is your pun? What's the joke? Oh! I see. Tangaroa is a Maori god of the sea and other bodies of water. Additionally, his surname is a play on Tango. Cool. Not what I expected. Okay. Seems Eddie knows something of our client. Mr. E! It's the Samson Tangaroa, a singing, dancing, confectionery-making sensation. What shall we make today, kids? Oh my god! Oh. I fucking love Eddie Fender, man. I need to sing this with someone. I need to drag somebody into this. This is great. It's horrendous. I love it. Oh, this is wonderful. I almost started dancing along. Wait, the jazz hands. Oh, no way. I got to sing with Samson Tangaroa. This is a dream come true. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course. You're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer. I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making desserts. Oh, fuck. Wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're not just things. They're works of art. I gotta drink water. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations. The stuff that dreams are made of. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Inside of your... No way. The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and now here I am. I think it's bad. But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. And what can you tell us about the victim? His name is Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. The way this is mirroring what we later find out. And something we've already seen. It's good. It's good. This is a good game. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangaroa, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you, I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. All right. I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise. It's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. Oh, hi. Oh, her dress is backless? I've never noticed that. Ugh. Pretty cold out here, huh, Mr. E? I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it'll be letting up anytime soon. Just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Are you French in this one too? Is she French? I don't remember. We had a running joke on Max's thing where she was French. So maybe she's French here, I don't remember. I could just be making it up. I'm gonna wait until she gives her name to give her an accent. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Andrew by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, right. I think I'm gonna go like Disney Princess. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. It's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaroa's assistant. You're no housekeeper. You're Judy Bound. The Judy Bound. You know a little something of my work. Little? I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bob's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Bacon Bob be? Only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this, check it out. You're gonna sing again? It's so funny to me. Oh, she's spinning! Somebody had to write this. Somebody had to write these rhymes. Oh, this is cute. I need to write down all of these and sing every single one of them. They're so goofy. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! I dance along every time. That's in character. Every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. Oh. All this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Bad time for me to have a fucking... Bad time for me to have a sore throat is when everybody's singing in the case. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Such a dad. I love that he's like constantly thinking of Miles in this case. It's cute. Huh. This is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique, too. The design is really something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am! These teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason why we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim. Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when... I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Samson? Are you in here? I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He could never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. Yeah, it's bad. I just wanna... I'm pretty sure Judy's like very young, right? Oh my god, she's only 16. I thought she was closer to 18. I was like, she's either 18 or like just over it, but no, she's only 16 and she found the body. Girl. No way. Everything in this room's made of chocolate. I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this up close and personal. I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene. Ugh. Just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. That might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Hi, Bad.
Defense on the scene already. That was fast. A pleasure to meet you. Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaroa. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective... Oh, shit. Is it Tyrell? Or Tyrell? No, it's Tyrell. Detective Tyrell Bad. The detective in charge is named Bad. And a few words. Something about this just doesn't taste right. Don't eat it! You're eating your notepaper? He likes to chew over his thoughts rather literally, I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'd be the first to admit that's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangaroa's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. Even put words in their clients' mouths. You think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys, okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on an investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah. What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent, and you didn't even see the scene yet. That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You about to tell me you're not leaving until I... blah, 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 blah. It was typing slower than I read it. You're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. Lollipop, yeah! But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. You're good with that. Go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time? I must admit, I didn't see that coming either. I love that it's a lollipop, it's so goofy. Well, we'd better get started then. I'll need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E. Oh, I like that he's calling him Mr. E. It sounds like mystery. Funny. Anyway, let's get this over with. Been eating the same lollipop for 18 years. He's got the, what the fuck is it called? The Willy Wonka thing. Everlasting gobstopper, that's what he's got. Can I talk to you? Hi. I want to talk to you. What is it? You're doing this all wrong. An investigation's like a popsicle. You walk around the scene, look at stuff, talk to witnesses. Everything you do, it's like a lick of that popsicle. Slowly, you eat away at it. What the fuck are you talking about? Until all that's left is the stick. And written on that stick is the truth. And I suppose I'd better hope it doesn't say guilty. What the fuck, man? I want to talk to Bad forever. So we're gonna present Attorney's Bad. Attorneys are bad luck. Nothing good ever happens with you guys around. You trample the scene, jump to conclusions. You really think that of all of us? Me included? Not a yes, but not a no either. You have anything to say about yourself? Oh wait, we can't present profiles in this one, can we? Damn. I was gonna say, his coat and his tie don't have a bunch of holes in them yet. Sorry, I need to look at Bad, like, forever. I am normal about him. Excuse me. I also want more Bad. Woo! Hello. Anyway, sorry. I also think his design is very fun in this one because his hair is darker and he doesn't look as, like, worn out. What are you investigating, officer? Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here. And what have you learned? Oh, it's warm, sir. Stream in each room flows into the main fountain, and then the water is circulated back to the rooms. Unusual, to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks. They're all crazy. There's a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. That's such a sentence that you just said, Greg. I think one of them could be the murder weapon. I mean, when Pat was first introduced, lower sunglasses like in the movies, yeah. No, they're all made out of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning somebody to death with one of them. Can't tell what's real in here. They really do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference for myself. A true testament to Mr. Tangaroa's skills. How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard, or...? Yes, sir! So, there is? No, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. You're the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So, you do have something to add? Oh, no. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. God damn. Stupid. Wait, what was I supposed to... What was I looking at here? I just triggered something. What was it? Go back. What? Maybe I didn't? I could have sworn... Okay, whatever. We're moving on. Hey, dude. And you are? Huh. Sorry. Meditating. Did you want something, detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth. A pleasure to meet you. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a confectioner, here for the contest. You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? The art of air and sugar. No way, look at that. It's a little baby seahorse. The dragon, a noble soaring creature of the skies. That's a dragon? It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Zhengfa when this is all over. I need to train hard. Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So what are you doing in here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Makes sense, seeing as he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. What's it gonna be? Gibkin? Sugar blowing pumps. You put air into the sugar. So cool. Like watching a swordmaster do his thing. I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. Okay. That's why I wear red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. The way of the confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning. Not until you die. The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one, too, if he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. Contest was Tangaroa's idea. It's about art. Confectionery as art. Confectionery as art? Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate. Tangaroa is a genius. Once-in-a-generation talent. Flavor and flair. He has it all. And if you can't outdo the god of confections himself, you can't win. I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah? As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for a title, effectively. And a treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tangaroa's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's the list of rules that was given out to contestants. Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. Whoops. How was the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangaroa began making the rounds right about then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. My creations were the first to be judged. Oh, delicious scone jump scare. After that, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless. Brutal. There's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. Last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculptures this time, or so I heard. Bound found the body while Tangaroa was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangaroa went right on judging, claims he didn't know a thing about it until afterward. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book. I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bat, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask him about the piece on the wall here, the one in the frame. Seemed like something was off. Thought I'd better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. Oh, wait. That was just a weird pause in the middle of the sentence. But then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from my very important work. Perhaps we can take a closer look at it together. Can't take a hint, can you? Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out? Of course. Confectionary's my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Let's look at the everything. Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Timson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration to me. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook? In other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made of chocolate after all? No. The book is simply enframed in some. Tangaroa showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize was in this room the whole time. Anyway, you see it too, right? The frame. Something's missing. Ah, the oddity Detective Bad was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier, yes. You're right, Detective. Something is missing from this frame. So it's not just me. Huh? What's missing? I'd better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate. Boop. Ooh! Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh, yeah. It's different from the other side. That's not like Tangaroa. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. His voice is nice, I like it. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit. You're right. The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them? That's a very good question. Or did Tangaroa just want it to look like somebody messed with his work? He'd never do that to his own creations. Never! Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Fingerprint. Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger marks without prints. Oh, I thought he was going to continue and then he didn't. Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important to the case. It's a real head scratcher, all right. Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves. Aw, where's your sense of romance, of adventure? You don't tend to be much of either at a crime scene, Eddie. Not with that attitude, Gregory. You alright, Eddie? Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. Oh. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. Wait. I did, didn't I? Cute. Why do they have the heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look at that panel on the wall. What panel? Look at that. It was here the whole time. There's one of those in each of the contest rooms. And Garoa hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our works. And what do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. So, in effect, each room is a giant freezer. It's cute, him offering his jacket to Eddie. It's 59 degrees in here. No wonder I'm cold. Hey, Detective Bad, you, mind if we turn it up a little? Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. I'm not a detective. The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of a crime. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperatures by heart, huh? Guess it is your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Alright, what about lollipops and cream? If it's not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be just fine. Fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept at around 50 degrees. You need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Duly noted. Detective Bad kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he? I suppose he must be very fond of them. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. And yet we can still look at things for some reason. The picture is not made of chocolate. It's the cover of a book. The Ultimate Cookbook. The Ultimate Cookbook. In other words, the grand... Oh, we already said this, damn. Keep going. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We can look at this. Candelabra, made of chocolate. There's a title here. The Light of Life. Well, this particular light seems to be missing one of its life-giving flames. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning? Or could it be?
Yeah, the cosplay collage, yay! I put in a little Nightbot command for it just for today. But the Ace Attorney cosplay collage is now up on all of my socials, and you can look at it. There's over 100 Ace Attorney cosplayers in it. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of it, and I was only a little scared the entire time I made that.
It's a journal belonging to the captain of the chocolate ship. Also made of chocolate. Diary of Despair. That's some title. Come, hearken, see how we crossed the sea, and rode the red tide to misery. Quite a jaunty rhyme for such a tragic-sounding tale. Controls can be used to adjust the room's temperature. Red, yellow, green, dark blue, light blue, white. That's a huge range. Temperature set to 59 degrees. Light color set to white. Pieces in here are made of chocolate, that's why. White light makes them look better. Mr. Tangaroa must see the room itself as part of his carefully crafted creations. Buddy, what are you doing? Real crime scene. This is so exciting. This isn't a game, Eddie. I need you to take it seriously. Don't worry, Mr. E. Taking notes on everything. You are? What kind of notes? Notes about how all this delicious stuff is made. Can't wait to try it for myself. I'm not playing around, Edward. Take this seriously. Ooh, full name. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I love that he can do that he can use the dad voice. Gloves. Tangaroa wore them when he was working on his masterpiece over there. They're conveniently good at hiding fingerprints, too. I suppose it's possible to employ them in such a manner. But is it really all that suspicious to find a pair of gloves in a kitchen like this? I'm not fucking around, Edward. I'm a detective. Everything's suspicious. That's the job. I think you're bad at... Hold on. I think you're bad at your job. There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. This tea set is the same design that as the one Miss Bound served us with earlier. Miles never gets the dad voice. He is a good boy. He's also, what, only 9 years old right now? It's like, I don't know how much trouble he's getting into at 9. Specifically Edgeworth. Not that 9-year-olds can't get into trouble. I think specifically a 9-year-old Miles Edgeworth is not getting in trouble. You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that? The pot and the cup were destined for prints. These were the only ones they found. And was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. And if Mr. Tangaroa was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries, that could explain why prints were only found on the teapot and the cup. Anything else around here before I have to go look at the ship? Let's leave. No, I'm kidding. The true walk cycle. I also, just design-wise, I love that Gregory Edgeworth was very much supposed to be like a nothing character when he was first designed. He is literally just a guy in a black suit. But they gave him a little more personality in this game, and it's fun. Sorry, I just want to... Detective Bad is so comically large. Like, this is crazy. This is insane. Anyway. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah. They took it away already, but everything else is just how we found it. It's really rather impressive, making an entire ship out of chocolate. That's Samson Tangaroa for you. Don't you just want to take a big bite out of it? Which part to bite first, though? That's the real head-scratcher, you know? Bite any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin. Hey, it was just a joke. Stop staring at me like that.
I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little better. One of the stands for the ship is broken. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he was, this becomes an accidental death and not a murder. You too serious? Don't worry, detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. Poor Eddie. It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah, a woman by the name of Bound found it.
Samson? Are you in here?
Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was.
Only we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. Huh, it looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials in an intricate shape carved into it. Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belonged to the victim?
No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that.
Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body?
Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see it for yourselves. Death was from blunt force trauma.
And what about the weapon? Has it been found yet?
You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that.
The detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Would you mind if we borrowed this?
No skin off my nose. Not like it's official. Bound took it with an instant camera when she found the body.
An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means that it develops the pictures right there and then when you take them. No way. Sounds pretty convenient. There's something insane about the fact that this game was written when it was old enough that, like, conceivably explaining an instant camera makes sense. And now the game is so recent that you need to explain an instant camera because it's too old to realize it. Why does everyone in Ace Attorney death? Why does every Ace Attorney death result in blunt force trauma to the head? This is like the fourth person. Oh, it's much more than that. Part of the reason is because gun control is so strict in Japan that you can only use guns for a certain number of crimes in these. Because if there are too many, it starts looking bizarre in the original Japanese. Like, there's a couple cases here and there where they're just like, whoa, a gun. It's not anybody who would just get that. Not just anybody who could get that. So yeah, there's a lot of... It's okay, I can't talk. What was I gonna say? So there's a lot of blunt force trauma because it's easy. There's quite a few stab wounds here and there. Quite a few stab wounds. I'm trying to think... There's a decent amount of stab wounds. I don't know why Investigations has 2 whole deaths that are instant deaths from stab wounds, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then there's at least 1 instance of suffocation. There's a lot of poison in Apollo Justice. I guess it depends. I'm trying to think of what other times that there's poison. There's a couple poisonings in Great Ace Attorney. I should do a chart. I should make a chart of the causes of death in Ace Attorney and like a before and after of like supposed causes of death versus like actual causes of death. Also, a lot of these are like Mia's death is blunt force trauma because Red White just grabbed something that was in the room already. So yeah, a lot of blunt force trauma. Now then, I better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene.
I'll need to call in my powers of deduction to figure out why.
Hee.
The one poisoning I can remember is Terry. I want to say there's 2 poisonings in that game? Am I making that up? Because Terry is poisoned, and then there's another attempted poisoning by the same person. But I think that's it for poison. Oh, you know what it is? It's Recipe for Turnabout, I think is a poisoning. Yes, Glenn Elg was poisoned. And then Godot also got poisoned, but he lived. Oh my god, I forgot Godot, whoops. Yeah, there are 3 poisonings, I'm pretty sure, in Trials and Tribulations. The last one in that game is a stabbing. And several other things happening to the body. But yeah, I forgot Recipe for Turnabout because it's my least favorite Ace Attorney case. But yeah, it is poisoning, and the reason that it has to be poisoning for that case is so Phoenix can say that the only things he doesn't forgive are betrayals or poisonings, which is like one of the coolest bits about that case. I really don't like Recipe for Turnabout, largely because it's really long in places that it doesn't need to be, and also like every witness is terrible to deal with except Viola Cadaverini. But I really love that. Yeah, Dahlia poisons Phoenix's cold medicine, but he doesn't... Oh! Yeah, she tries to get Doug Swallow, but that's not how he dies. That's what it is. Yeah, she poisons the cold medicine, and she also... The necklace is poison. So there's a lot of poison. Dahlia has a really bad track record of not successful poisonings. I want to go over here. Voyage of the Red Rover.
Titled Voyage of the Red Rover. After sailing the 7 seas, the legendary ship happens upon a great treasure at last.
I love Iris. She's wonderful. Like, I really love Iris from The Great Ace Attorney, too. But Iris from Trials and Tribulations is one of my favorite minor characters.
This piece is a tribute to the adventurous spirit of our ancestors. Who knew? So they sailed 6 whole seas before they found anything. Not exactly the luckiest crew out there. Sometimes you gotta take a bunch of wrong turns before you find the truth.
Yeah, Dahlia is also one of my favorite characters. I fucking love Trials and Tribulations.
That's what being a real detective is all about.
Did they even have detectives back in those days? Did we... Hold on, did we say, like, what year that was? Ancestors. The answer is they probably didn't have detectives back then. Oops. No, don't play through the entire thing again. Yes, we know, something collapsed. Yeah. Let's actually look at this. Victim's body was found in Samson Tangaroa's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss following the blunt force trauma. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Oh, non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. There we go.
Could this be related to the evidence somehow?
That's not supposed to be there.
Eureka!
We fucked up. Consider the relationship between the evidence and what we see before us. There's a contradiction. I'm considering the ship before us, and how you're lucky it's made of chocolate. Otherwise, you'd be on it right now. floating down that little stream over there. Not exactly the most pleasant way to be ejected from a crime scene.
A Mocus.
I fucked up. I need to calm down and think this over one more time. I'm certain there's something missing that ought to be here.
Whoopsie.
Is it the blanket?
Eureka!
Yeah, I fucked up again. Damn. Okay, let me like look.
Oh, do I have to do these first?
The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it. And the loud sound it made brought Miss Bound running. Yeah. Said the ship had already keeled over by the time she got in here. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? I don't think this is right, but hold on. Oh, it was right. All of Mr. Tangaroa's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree.
I think that is kind of a logical jump, but like, I feel like that's not as concrete as it should be, but we'll go with it.
And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest. Hold on. Oh, that's how you get rid of the UI. The C button. Well, that's neat. Which would have remained closed otherwise.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like I remember not getting this one, like, at all. Is it that?
Oh, the follower goal is there because Twitch did it automatically. That's literally it.
Could this be related to the evidence somehow?
Please, for the love of God, be related to the evidence. No! Bro, I do not remember.
Is it not this?
Is it this chunk of chocolate that's missing?
Is that what it is? If I don't get it this time, I'm looking up a guide. God damn it.
Eureka!
That was not it. Oh no, that was it.
You said the only thing that has been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah, that and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in. Then something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't? Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they'd removed the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics.
What is it, Mr. E? What'd you figure out?
Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet, that part of the chest is now gone. The part with blood all over it. Exactly. So did the police remove it, or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene. Could be. I think we're about done here for now. Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangaroa did it. No two ways about it. But what do you mean? All the rooms in this place, locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them is from the outside. Wait, I fucked up. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who had access to that key? Who do you think? Tangaroa. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. With the mansion key, Tangaroa could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. But Mr. Tangaroa's room wasn't locked, was it? No, which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? Yeah. Why I think Tangaroa did it. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangaroa would have been the obvious suspect. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock the room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest, so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up. So he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was Bound finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Do you also believe it was Mr. Tangaroa who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yep. I know you have to believe your client, that's your job, but I'm a detective and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Do your worst. Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not about to just accept his version of events, in fact. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims.
Great, I didn't catch it, so we'll see how this goes. Okay. The door had been locked, it would have been the obvious suspect.
Hold it!
Hold it. You're saying Mr. Tangaroa himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open?
Yep, if he hadn't, the body never would have been found.
I struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contest at the same time. Exactly, and besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. He eats every last crumb on Bacon Bob, while dancing. That's the only way his stuff gets destroyed.
This isn't about what happens on TV, kid.
You know about Bacon Bob, Detective? Am I the only one who isn't familiar with this show? Oh, I never would have guessed. Can you sing the theme song too? Never mind. Never mind about that. No. Focus.
The point is this. Tangaroa was responsible for breaking that lid.
Hold it!
The judging began in Mr. Gusto's room, correct?
Yeah.
Kinda wanted to check his hard candy stuff out myself.
In that case, how about a demonstration?
Yay! The whoopee. Well, It's you, Detective. Are you calling him a dirty dog? Ugh, it's a wolf!
Huh. A lone wolf. I like it.
I'm starting to enjoy these little displays. They're little guys. They're fun.
Anyhow.
Hold it!
Do you have a clear idea of when exactly the murder took place?
Not yet. Autopsy report still pending.
And yet you still went ahead and arrested Mr. Tangaroa?
We may not know when the murder happened. We know when the body was discovered. It was while Tangaroa was judging Gusto's room. The perfect alibi if he could set it up just right.
But still not grounds for an arrest. Surely you have to agree with that.
Do I? Especially when I got nothing more to say to you.
Why do I get the feeling he's hiding something? Detective Bat seems pretty convinced that Mr. Tangaroa is the culprit. But there's no way he would have vandalized his own creations. No way. Still, the treasure chest did get smashed in. There's no denying that. Perhaps we should focus more on what led to the body's discovery. Doing so should make it easier to spot the flaw in Detective Bat's theory. Lid was closed until the ship collapsed. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed.
Hold it!
Judging began there. Yeah, I want to check in. Oh wait, this is this one. Never mind. Go back. Yogi. It's a wolf. May not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed. I feel like it might be it. Yeah, we'll press these two just in case. That's hardly solid grounds on which to base your suspicion of Mr. Tangaroa, Detective.
That's hardly solid grounds to start shouting objections left and right on, Mr. Attorney.
Right on, Mr. Attorney. Good lord.
Maybe quit interrupting and let me finish.
Hold it!
And why would he deliberately not lock his door?
Because if he'd locked it, he might as well have held up a sign saying he did it, since he had the only key.
But maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe he just left it unlocked without meaning to. He just happened to leave it unlocked and somebody just happened to find a body inside. Come on. You'll never make detective thinking like that. But I don't want to be a detective. I want to be an attorney. I'd be grateful if you stopped trying to steal my apprentice. Oh.
Look, there's a reason why Tangaroa left his door unlocked.
Objection!
Oh, I was right. I don't know why I was right. We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest. And that Miss Bound only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing.
Sure, seems likely, based on the evidence.
And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangaroa who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. What? Okay. And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound entered the room, then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangaroa, who was out judging at the contest at that time. I never said he did it then and there. He could have done something to the stand, so it'd collapse when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection!
Have you any way of proving that assertion?
No, but the investigation isn't over yet. Still time.
So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tangaroa?
Yep, on the door.
But we found Tangaroa's and Frost's prints on there too. We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started work on our creations. Those prints are probably from then. I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangaroa's work for prints yet. Why would... We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so. God.
Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it? You, check all this chocolate stuff for prints. Now.
Yes, sir. Right away. Detective Bad, we finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangaroa, sir.
Go on. Whose?
Delisha Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants.
Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before.
Yes, sir. So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangaroa.
Huh. Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself.
Alicia Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless, that she'd do anything to win. Ah! Sick turnabout and Ace Attorney musical reference. Wait, I'm taking a screenshot of that. Hold on. Some opponents are dishonest, they'll do anything to win. Anyway. This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E?
Yes, I think we'd better try to speak with her ourselves as well.
Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompanied you?
Babysitting you is not my job.
Oh, come on.
But I guess you did pick up a good... I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest.
Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. I love that the bow is also an Edgeworth thing. Like, yeah, it's a Von Karma thing, but it's an Edgeworth thing. Actually, I don't think Manfred has a bow. I think Franziska must have copied Edgeworth. But Detective Batzer. I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there.
It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow.
Yeah. Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to?
Manfred von Karma.
What? They gave it to Von Karma. He hasn't lost a case in 25 years.
Manfred von Karma. A living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We've never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only continue to do what I believe is right.
To be continued. I'm gonna use that moment to, well, first save my progress. And then I'm going to take a short break before we... Oh, we continue with Gregory, I guess. Why did I think we went back to Edgeworth? I'm gonna have to call him Miles. Why did I think we went back to Miles so quickly? Anyway, I will be right back. Everybody hydrate or dihydrate, get a snack, stretch, do something. I'll be back. Yippee, we're back. I have a cough drop. My voice is pretty tired after yesterday's stream. And I may have to be Manfred von Karma today. In fact, I think I am about to be Manfred von Karma. Concerning. Whoa, a candy castle. And look, there are even some little elves to go with it. Room's laid out pretty much the same as Tangaroa was. Not as cold though. That's oh wait, wrong person. It's not as cold though, that's something. Let's see. Yeah, looks like there's a temperature control panel in here too. Over where that orange light is, right? We'd better take a closer look at it when we can. It's like a fairy tale storybook in here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicious Scone. Where is Miss Scone? So I know she, like, has been interpreted as British. So I'm gonna make her British.
Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie. Oh, just look at you lovely boys. Delicious Scone at your service. Some cheeky—
Yeah, she definitely is.
Some cheeky blighters back in Blighty even call me Miss Delicious. Tee.
Called a lovely boy at 34. Unexpected to say the least. That's really good. Taking a screen cap on that whole time. I love you, Ace Attorney Localization Team. You'll always be famous, Localization Team. Oh, that's really good. Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E?
Oh, yes, dear. You, the detective over there, you're all lovely boys to me.
I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. Name's Bad. I gotta keep taking these screenshots. This is really good. She's just like me for real. I wonder just how old she is. Finish this up. Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. Yes, all right. Oh, bitch. I should not be excited to see you. But this is gonna be fun. This will be fun. What's the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense. Mr. Edgeworth, some scary guy just stepped out of the castle. Von Karma. What? He's Manfred von Karma?
Sorry, Mannykins.
Notorious Prosecutor von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again. What a thoroughly rude individual. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow, you're even scarier than they say. And you might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. She does have the same theme as her father. This is also Edward's theme. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. von Karma. Huh. And why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy? This clearly isn't going to be easy.
So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. Why the sudden change of heart?
Oh wait, I never noticed his attorney's badge is in the buttonhole of his lapel. That's cute.
You, the tall fellow. Name's bad. Is that so hard to remember? I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. Bad. See to it these worms don't step out of line.
Good God, dude.
Why do I have to? I am not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over Gusto's room. Good day.
Okay.
Great. More babysitting. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be bad blood between them.
Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. His earrings are fun.
Indeed. I'm not sure I can trust Mr. Von Karma's motives. But at least we can do that much. Hold up. I haven't been over this room yet either. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You'll have to wait until I'm done.
Huh?
But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet? Because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did. That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. Let's say we look over the room together, Detective. It worked out well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. Kind of screwball attorney asked to have a detective breathing down his neck. Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer. Yes, you're amazing, Mr. E. You have our thanks, Detective Bad. Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. Second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Now shall we begin? The four adorable elves and the sweetest little castle made of sweets. So that's the theme behind Miss Scone's creations, huh? Unlucky for her, things aren't quite as sweet around here as she's trying to make out. These must be the various tools Miss Scone used to build her castle. Buckets filled with cream, trowels, and a brush. Be a patissier or a plasterer?
Don't you go making jokes at my expense, you cheeky young devil. I don't just slap stuff on walls like a silly old plasterer. I have to spread the cream out lovely and smooth and then work out all the rough patches.
That's literally exactly what a plasterer does.
Step ladder.
What's the matter? Something weird about the ladder? It's not a ladder, Detective Bad. It's a step ladder. Same difference. Far from it, actually. You'd know if you observed their basic natures more closely. Amazing, Mr. E. I'll have to remember this for future reference.
Hi, Debsic.
Can I talk to Bat again?
Damn. Okay. Can I get him out of my way? He's so comically large. He takes up so much space. What's the matter, Miss Scone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago.
Is it Mr. Von Karma? Did something happen between you two?
Why, yes. Nothing happened at all.
But you just said yes.
Why, that was a hello yes, you silly boy. Aren't you just as sweet as little sugar dumpling? Remind me, what was your name again?
Oh, Eddie.
Eddie Lumpkin. Oh, you'll go far, dearie, I can tell.
Eddie Lumpkin? It seems our English gentlewoman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No small accomplishment.
I forgot this is not Tyrion and Cuthbert High now. Manfred von Carva just walked out. What was I gonna say? They confirmed she's English. Interesting. Oh god. I accidentally clicked the... Okay, there we go.
She's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman, Mr. E. Never mind about that now. We should ask her a few questions while we still can. Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest?
Of course, dearie. Let's see, it all started about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And, well, I spent most of my time here in my room getting everything ready, as you'd expect. Oh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so, from around 1, I think.
The fucking church massacre, you know. You know, the church massacre, we've all seen it.
Afternoon tea? It's an English tradition. A chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk. So, kind of like recess? I suppose you could say that.
Oh, you really know your onions, don't you? What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh, you really know your onions, don't you, Greggy Pegleg? Such a clever boy.
When did I become Greggy? And where was this afternoon tea?
Jesus Christ. What are any of the words that I just said? Okay. We're doing great. Whew. I have played this game before. I can handle this. To be clear, Delicious Scones was off the rails before, too. But she's a different brand of off the rails now.
Out in the garden, of course. There's a lovely little one just outside. They do it at the same hour every break time during the contest. Lay on a nice little spread, you know. But today, only me, Samson, Silly Pants, and Moody Judy were there for it.
What the fuck? Ooh, no, she was British before too. It's just she's saying shit like Sammy Poople. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Sammy Poople had already finished his big creation, so he was there the whole time.
Is that a Dropout reference? Is it? He's been here the whole time.
The poor Chili Winks and Gusty Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet. Bless them.
You're saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto was present.
That's right, dear. To tell you the truth, I hadn't finished either. But I wasn't about to miss out on tea and cake served by our 2 TV superstars.
Janet, I just want to ask you some questions.
I went right back to work when I'd finished, though. Tiddled off while the others were still nattering away.
I cannot stress enough. She's like this in the fan translation, and presumably she's also like this in the Japanese.
And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms?
I think she's implied to be English in the original too, because like Delicia Scone is not a translated, like that's not from the localization team. That is her name in the Japanese.
What? No, dear, don't be silly.
That's strange because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Ooh, I had to hiccup really bad.
Caught red-handed.
Oh wait, I've never noticed. Her curls are little, like, dollops of frosting. Well, that's fun. She's little, like, piping. That's so cute.
Wait, so you admit you were there?
Oh, well, I can hardly deny it now, can I? But I didn't kill anybody, I swear. I suppose I'd better tell you what really happened. Just promise you'll believe me, won't you, dear?
I distinctly remember when streaming this with Max and Cinna, we got to the end of the case and went, she needs to be arrested for like 5 things that she doesn't get arrested for.
What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tangaroa's room?
Trav, hi. Welcome to, you missed the most unhinged, 7 whole people missed the most unhinged set of words I've ever said in an Ace Attorney game. Happy affiliate status, thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, I forgot to do my spiel. I can do it now while people are writing. Okay.
Affiliate debut.
Welcome, welcome. I have said some heinous things, and it wasn't even my fault. Janet Sue just wrote things. Anyway, hi, welcome to, it's my first affiliate stream, and it's Ace Attorney Day, and it's National Chess Day, so we're playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Never mind, Nightbot beat me to it. Okay. So, if you're new around here, feel free to join my Discord server if you're not already a part of it. And the... I was gonna say, Nav, you might... Nav, there's a Nightbot command for it. But anyway, you can join my Discord server. We talk about things like that. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Terrifying. Thank you for the subscription, Trav. Thank you so much. That's baby's first sub. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm trying to... Words. I wouldn't recommend subbing right now. I'm about to drop off the face of the planet for like a month. But thank you anyway. You can join my Discord community server, as Nightbot has linked above. We can discuss things like the fact that it's Ace Attorney Day and the fact that I'm playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Jesus Christ, guys! Thanks, Stamsick, for the sub. Other things you can do. I have a Throne wish list, but I don't know what the hell that it's on it, and also you guys just gave me money. Other ways that you can support me that are not tossing money at me before I disappear off the face of the planet for a full month. Jesus Christ, you guys. Portal, thank you for the subscription. You can also support me by buying games off of my Nexus store, including this one, Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Every other Ace Attorney game. Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Fucking... Fucking, what the hell is it? Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is on my Nexus store right now. You can buy those, and you can also, if you're in my Discord server, feel free to request games for me to put on there. Capcom games take priority, as I am a Capcom creator. But I have other, games that you can put on there. Apologists is on there, and he's doing fine. What the fuck have I... wait, Nightbot command. Oh, my VODs. My VODs are almost caught up. I still need to put up yesterday's Tyrion Cuthbert VOD. But all the VODs for Ace Attorney Investigations 2 are up on my VOD channel on YouTube. My latest cover, I do vocal covers up on my main YouTube channel. My most recent one is Loneliness Loop from Yakuza 5. I did a full set of English trans lyrics for that, and I'm very proud of it, and it just passed 100 views. It'd be cool if it got more than 100 views. Also, specifically for today, for Ace Attorney Day, you can check out the Ace Attorney cosplay collage. I linked the Twitter, I linked the Twitter thread for it, because I figure most people who were here on my Twitch probably would like to see it on Twitter. It looks batshit insane on Tumblr too, if you check out my Tumblr. But it is hosted on Instagram. It is a collage of over 100 Ace Attorney cosplayers that are all in one big Instagram post. Nav, who is also talking about it in here, helped me moderate it along with 4 other wonderful, there's 5 total moderators, including myself, making it the most like wonderful process. I really thought it was going to be a lot scarier to make. Anyway, let me fucking catch up on what the hell we were doing. It's been the baby's first hype train. I was gonna say, Trav, your partner is the one who has the Susato 0.5 in the collage, right? It is the funniest picture. It is such a funny picture. I saw your name on the photographer credit and I was just like, oh, that must be Trav's partner. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Welcome, people from Trav's channel, and welcome to the the 0.5 Susato. It's very fucking funny. So when I was organizing the collage, because when I downloaded it, the individual slides were out of order, and so I had to like rearrange them myself on my laptop and like put them in proper order so I could copy paste in the credits in order. And one of the 0.5 Susato was one of my like landmark posts of like, oh, okay, this is where I am in order, because it was such a zoomed in image that I could tell. Ugh. Anyway, Christ, I'm gonna drink water. Anyway, yeah, welcome to what is probably going to be my last stream for like until December, which is it leaves this game and Tyrion Cuthbert off on weird places, unfortunately. But I do not think I will be able to solo stream again before I leave the country, unfortunately. So we're going out with a bang. We're going out with a hype train. Hell yeah. Other places you can find me, though, while I am off in the distance, aka South Korea, I will still probably be on my friend's streams for the Great Ace Attorney. So if you are familiar with tomorrow, actually, Sundays, I stream the Great Ace Attorney on Kate's channel. It's Katie100 Catherine. Also here on Twitch. They stopped by earlier to say hi. And then on Thursdays, I stream also the Great Ace Attorney on Max's channel. That's Tuxedo Max, M-A-K-S. Yeah, I stream the Great Ace Attorney twice a week on other people's channels. You should come check me out there. I'm gonna make like a little, like a vacation graphic and put it as my like offline graphic for while I'm on vacation, so you guys know where to find me. And I'll still be on, you know, the internet elsewhere. I just won't be solo streaming while I'm gone. Hey, you know where else you can find that information? My Discord server. Wow. Oh, I should put the, actually. Hello? What the fuck? Okay, pretend my Ko-fi bot was so nice, and, oh, you know what it is, my Ko-fi bot. I updated my Twitch permissions, so I have to, I have to re-give my Ko-fi bot permissions to do that. Okay, I'll do that next time. It's fine. I'll have, like, actual affiliate shit set up next time, guys. That's what my month off is for. That's fine. For now, we have to say more unhinged shit as Delicious Guns.
Well, I suppose you'd call it research.
Research.
Oh, this is such words. This is just, wow.
Sammy Poople's a dab hand when it comes to the old sweet making. Everybody knows that. When I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research, like I say.
What kind of research leaves fingerprints?
Yes, that stands to reason I'd leave fingerprints, doesn't it? After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it?
What? You ate little pieces of them? So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Tangaroa's room, that was all you?
I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess.
Nav, I literally will buy you Alien Stage March. Like, I will do that. If it saves on shipping costs, like, I will do that. Take that J away.
I had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I?
I will be looking for Alien Stage March anyway, probably. Like, I have plans to, like, go out in the world and look for it. I don't know how much will be, because I'm getting there after the Alien Stage pop-up, sadly, which is killing me dead. So I'm hoping to find, like, something while I'm there. Like, hopefully I'm able to find some good merch still. I don't actually have, like, a scale of how big Alien Stage is. Like, at all.
I didn't want poor Sammy Poople getting upset, so it was just the teeniest bits and pieces.
Have y'all, sorry, this is totally off topic. Have y'all seen, if people are familiar with, I will absolutely look for that Ivan bag. If people are familiar with Infamously Dorky on, I don't remember if they're on Twitter, but they're on Tumblr and they're on YouTube. They're an Ace Attorney artist who makes the funniest shit about Manfred von Karma. Like, they are a wonderful artist, and they only ever draw the old men. And they did an animatic of just turnabout goodbyes over Sweeney Todd, and it's the funniest shit ever, and that's what I'm thinking about right now as I'm doing this accent, and Manfred von Karma is like one room away. And the stand holding up the ship. You took a bite out of that too, I suppose.
Oh yes, dear, of course I did.
Drop the account. I'll go find it. I'll have to go find it, but actually, hold on. I'm just gonna fucking link it while I'm trying to read. That'll be fine. It was you. You brought the whole thing crashing down.
Oh, I'm sorry, my lovely. I truly am.
Hold on. Is that why you left the afternoon tea early? You were heading off for a second helping of sweets?
Look, just please believe me. I've never killed anyone, I promise.
I got it. I got the YouTube. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Anyway, found it. You guys should watch Infamously Dorky. A lot of their stuff is like really, really heavy spoilers, but it's so funny. Our actions were certainly suspicious, but that's about all we can say for now. Technically, the whole male Great Ace Attorney cast are old men. Well, I mean, technically they're all just dead. Anyway. What the fuck did Gregory just say? Forgot it was pretty. Ah, damn. Our actions were certainly suspicious, but that's all I can say for now. Alright. Oh, jeez. Continue looking around the room.
Hi, Detective Bad.
Sorry, I feel like I haven't been as, like, obscene as I usually am about Ace Attorney men, about Detective Bad here. But good lord. This guy. I would like to keep looking at him forever. Unfortunately, he's consistently in the way, and I have to shove him around. Okay, let's look at the castle. It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made out of sugar and cream. No, right? It's like we're inside a Madoka Magica medieval story or something. We're just gonna roll with it. I didn't know you were into such fantastical things. He's just in the way. Sorry, Mr. Hedgeworth. I didn't mean to get so carried away there. Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was as animated as you.
You have a son, Mystery?
I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statute book than a fairy tale. I can't help but worry that his interests will make it hard for him to make friends.
Don't worry, Gregory. He'll figure it out, I promise.
Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends, me included, I'm sure. I like to think you're more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie.
A big brother, huh?
Don't eat that.
Guess I have some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously. Indeed. Then, with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Oh god, I just remembered what this was. This is the fucking salt rock thing. I don't even remember the detail. I just remember there being like 3 pieces of evidence that looked exactly the same. Investigations. Investigations evidence is something. The doors of the castle have been left wide open. Yeah, was the guy born in a barn? He could have at least closed them behind him. I'd like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie. Wait, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see.
I'm obsessed with the take that Manfred von Karma is just the rudest person on the planet. It's so funny.
Hold it, kid. If anybody's gonna be handling evidence, it'll be me.
Girl, you don't fit in there.
Cream's going all runny. All over the detective's shoes.
The line that Bad said was like thunder before lightning because I distinctly remembered seeing screenshots of that dialogue everywhere on Twitter years ago.
Why are all these items being stored inside a candy castle?
Manfred von Karma has forever been colored by that one Let's Player. Oh, fucking RT game. Funny. Fucking you're guilty. I actually have never watched that all the way through, I think. I think I watched like part of it. Apparently, I don't remember if it was him or somebody else. I think RT Game played specifically the tutorial case or like just one stream of this game for a sponsorship and then was like, no, I'm not gonna do the rest of it. Which super sucks, Von Karma's here. I totally get it though if you're a professional streamer. Trying to fit in sponsored stuff. Hard.
Alright, tell me what you want me to look at first.
Bad's voice is doing a number on me.
There's a bunch of blue cloth back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls altogether.
Well, they clearly aren't made of candy.
No. No idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in here. And I think I've seen fabric of the same color somewhere else before.
Is it not gonna enter? Okay. I guess it's not going to enter my brain cell list. Oh boy.
2 big rock crystals. Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage.
Kinda expected something a little more exciting behind those doors. Oh, I know. Maybe they're giant uncut gemstones. Maybe this whole thing is maybe this whole thing is based on a story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside.
I think I'd treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. Looks like a little stand or something.
I was right. They are gemstones. The stands must be so they can be put on display.
Well, whatever they are, it seems they're not just a large set of paperweights.
Oh, they go in here.
Huh. These pillars. They have hexagonal indentations. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, whatever they were, they're long gone. Hexagonal indentations, huh? I wonder.
Okay, we have those, I guess.
Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry?
Oh, is this the blueberry bit? I hope it is. A giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom?
Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing.
I prefer bananas myself.
Blueberries for me.
Fun. Alright, brain cell connecting time.
Rock crystal stands. Hexagonal indentations. The rock crystal stands and the pillars in front of the castle feature are the same hexagonal shape.
Strawberries for you too. I'm also a strawberry fan.
I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars.
I feel like I'm more of a raspberry person, actually. Oh yeah, hexagon to hexagon. Makes perfect sense.
But if that's the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? The rolls of blah, 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 words. The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. I imagine both must belong to Miss Scone.
I like blueberries. Miss Scone. Actually, the overlay that I have on my channel, which Trav of Drag and Drop It fame did for me, and they look beautiful and I love them very much. The flowers in the background are plum blossoms. And also the little flowers. You kind of can't tell, I feel. I don't know. But behind my PNG tuber is also plum blossoms. The stock photo that I super blurred out.
What were you using the items inside the castle for?
But yeah, they're plum blossoms, and I am also a plum enjoyer. So I feel like if I have to pick one thing. Plums are good. I have a bunch of plum candy downstairs. Thinking about it. Oh, god damn it. I have to keep voicing her.
Oh, those. Sorry, Lambkin, but I'm not allowed to say.
Let me guess. Von Karma.
How did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. I have my guts for garters.
Damn, you really are British. Seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the with the defense. Man, thought we were onto something with those giant rock crystals, but
What's that, dearie? You're interested in my little trinkets?
Your trinkets?
Yes, my sweet. I'll use them to make people all lovely and relaxed.
Girl, what?
you use rock crystals and cloths to do that?
I do. It's wonderful, you should see it. And they're not just any old rock crystals either. They're big, great lumps of salt with lights inside them.
Wow, those things are lamps?
Oh, that's not even the half of it. Those cloths hold an even more exciting secret.
She really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinkets.
Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic, hmm?
That's what his nickname is. There it is. Oh, everything she says is off the rails.
Oh, Batty Bumpkin, can you get it all out and set it up for me?
The name is bad.
Is that a no? Why are you being so selfish, Batty Bumpkin?
Me too, Gregory.
Have you finished taking photos of this room yet?
Yes, sir. We have, sir.
Then help Miss Scone here with something, will you?
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
Oh, you're a sweetie at heart, aren't you, Batty Bee?
That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got him to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent.
Thank you ever so much, Battykins. Oh, and you, Officer Lovely.
He's even giving nicknames to the forensics guys now.
I guess it's her way of showing she cares. So, what about this is supposed to be relaxing, exactly?
Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Batty Bee. The fun's only just beginning. Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, it's beautiful. It is. I wish my son were here to see it.
Isn't it though? Isn't it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves in the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen?
One of the elves must be feeling a tad left out. A little left out.
This is how it was supposed to look for the contest. I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it at least.
Wait. Shouldn't the lamps be lit up too?
Oh, what's happened there, I wonder?
I think we better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. Let's look at the lamps. Hello? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Certainly not this. No, not the door, Greg. The doors look nicely decorated now thanks to the beautiful cloth around it. The cloth which we found inside the castle. Oh, I remembered what the cloth was. A welcoming doorway makes a welcoming home. That's just common sense for us detectives. As the man who just trampled all over the castle's entranceway. But I'll hold my tongue for now. Come on. The lamps appear to be broken. Bulbs are smashed. Both of them. Maybe they fell and broke on the floor? Look, there's a red stain on the one on the left. Wonder what that could be. That's not just a stain. That's... Oh, that's not bad. That's not just a stain, that's... Yep, it's blood all right. I can smell it. What? Blood? Why is there blood on this lamp? Could it have something to do with why its bulb is broken? We better take a closer look at the other one, too. Yep. So Miss Scone had actually intended to use these lamps in her display. Then why were they stashed inside the castle? Maybe because they're broken? Except, there's plenty of other places she could have put it. The best place to hide some salt is in some sugar. Isn't that how it goes? Or perhaps the best place to hide a tree is in a forest. Anyway, if her intention was to put these salt lamps in her final display, that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I'll need to point it out by making a deduction. Okay, well, first let's connect those brain cells together. We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt. And we found blood on one of the lamps, which has a smashed bulb inside. Could the lamp not have been the murder weapon? For sure. It could definitely do enough damage to kill someone. You, science guy. You finished analyzing the blood from the lamp yet? Chatbox catching up to me. Yes, sir. We just got done a minute ago, sir. The blood is the victim's. No doubt about it. There you have it. So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scone's room. I'm beginning to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects. We already do this. My shoes are already covered in cream. I wouldn't go any closer, unless you want the same thing to happen to you. You've seen what's behind those doors. There's really no need to look again. What? Nope. Nothing. Nope, that's it. Okay, deduce. Could this be related to the evidence somehow? Do I have to...
Eureka!
I don't think that was right. Look at this detective badge. Don't you think that's a little strange? No, it's you who's a little strange. Maybe you need a little blood sugar boost. Gets the brain working. How about a lolly? $2 a pop. A bit steep. Anyway, is it just me, or isn't there something in the evidence that these decorations go against? What? Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I remember now. I don't know where I'm supposed to, like, physically deduce, though. Is it just anywhere on the pillars? That's not it. Because I was thinking... the cream is runny. So it should be losing its shape, is the bit. But I guess that's not it. Okay, teapot, salt lamp. Ooh! That was an accident. Sorry. Well, I guess also the salt lamp goes against the rules of the...
Eureka!
Yeah. Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, Detective. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. That means that the salt lamps and the luminous cloths would have both been against the rules. Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scone before we can say for sure. No. The thick, sweet scent of delicious whipped cream is in the air. It's like a fairy tale, but in real life. And yet, there he was, standing in the middle of all of it with that evil look on his face. This whole experience is wasted on the scary old creep. Come now, Eddie. You can't call people names like that. It's rude. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll try to be more careful. It's just... he reminds me of this teacher I once had who was always super angry with me. A stern school's teacher, huh? Now that he mentions it, Mr. Von Karma does have the look of one. But I shudder to think what it would be like for Miles to study under him. Oh! That's mean. That's mean. That was evil. Can I not look at this? Okay. There's a blowtorch and some chemicals here. I guess it's all for cooking with. I wonder what these chemicals are. Let's look at the labels. Mango Down 911. Homicyanide 247. Oh, it's Mango Down. Mango Down? Wait, they're all poisons? No, sir. They're all common colorings and flavorings used in candies and desserts. I was right. The first is concentrated mango boiled down to its purest essence. Hence, Mango Down. They're asking for trouble with a name like that. Now I'm curious as to what homicyanide might be. I fully tried to read it as homicyanide too. Homicide. I did. Turn around, don't turn around. If you turn around, you'll eat it. You can't eat the castle. Don't eat the castle. I guess he's watching his sugar intake. Also a crime scene, Greg. There's a small door on the wall here, just like Mr. Tangaroa's room. Here, I'll open it. Temperature 68 degrees. Lights set to green. Didn't Gusto say cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Temperature in here is too high. There we go. That is odd. I wonder why. Temperature 68 degrees. Oh, we already read that. Why did it not check it off? No, weird. Oh, that's why. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, you can check it multiple times, but it'll only enter, like, evidence or whatever into the court record once. It's a cute little elf made of candy, and it's sitting on a little tree stump. The fabric above it and the other decorations around it really add to the dreamlike atmosphere. Stare at it for too long and we might get swept up in the fantasy ourselves. Yeah, well, our job is to stay right here in reality and get to the bottom of all this. Nobody's getting swept up in any flights of fancy on my watch. Thanks, Bad. We can't go behind it, are you kidding? Okay. What am I playing this on? This is a PC. Well, actually, this is a shitty laptop, but... This elf doesn't have an illuminated cloth over it like the others. It's not fair to leave the poor guy out, Miss Scone.
Well, I didn't want to, did I, dear? But one of my cloths and one of my little machines went missing.
A cloth and... What sort of machine exactly?
Oh, you'll never guess how it all works. Those luminous cloths are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called, full-spectrum light-emitting devices. They send the light down the main cable and into each optical fiber strand. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a little bit of fiddling, you can change the light to any color in the whole wide world. Bright red like ferocious fiery flames. Cold blue like clinking crystals of ice. They have these special batteries for that...
Wait.
They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years and they don't mind the cold at all.
Forgive me. So, these machines, they're what makes the special luminous cloth light up in all these beautiful colors, Mystery. I see. So much new technology, I can barely keep up. So, these light-emitting devices. You've lost one of them in a piece of luminous cloth?
That's right, Lambkin. Heaven only knows where they could have gotten to.
This cloth. Could have something to do with the case. Yep. I think that's everything. We just need to put our brain cells together. The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can vouch for that. And yet... When you open the doors to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy? It's not the way I would describe most things made of confectionaries. I think we'd better take another look at those handles, don't you? What the? I think it's safe to say those handles aren't made of candy. It's not just the handles. The whole castle, the little elves. They're all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top. What? So none of this is confectionery art after all? No. It's simply made to look like candy, with the cream having been added to lend it all an air of authenticity. Okay. So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Scone made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she's not gonna get crowned world's greatest now. Why is it so warm in here? You think it's got to do with all this? That's a good question. I think we'd better go ask Miss Scone herself. Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees?
Because I hate the cold, don't I, dearie? Besides, being chilly's no good for a girl. If I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I've got to be careful about these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know?
How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to know. Not polite to speculate on a person's age, Hetty. But most of your work is made out of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to deflate.
Is that so, dearie? Well, silly me, eh? I've only gone and made a whoopsie.
Wait, she really didn't know that? Huh. World-class confectionery, my foot. Not only did she break rules by using fake candy, she's ignorant of basic facts about her supposed craft. Miss Scone grows more mysterious by the minute. That has been the easiest, like, logic gameplay this entire game, I feel. Miss Scone appears to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created. And she says that she snuck into another entrance room for research purposes. Hardly the actions of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Yeah, not how I'd picture a top pro acting. Does she maybe just lack a little confidence, or... Or is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it that she went into that room to do some research. Wait, you mean... maybe she went in there to commit a murder? There's no way of saying so for certain just yet. But she is hiding something. That much I'm certain of.
Yippee!
That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something's been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he searched this room. And yet, he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bad, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. Him and Scone.
How could you, Batty Pumpkin? Stop staring at me like that.
It appears Detective Bad is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us?
Of course, dear. Where are we off to?
To find Mr. Von Karma.
There he is.
Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's all right. Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon. We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangaroa should no longer be the only person of interest. Huh. Nonsense. It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tangaroa is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain. How can he be so sure of Mr. Tangaroa's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume? For why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room? Of course I do. And I'll be delighted to share it with you. Let's fucking go! Tangaroa killed Frost with one of Scone's salt lamps in order to frame her for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon, considerably less so. And that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. So it's your assertion that Mr. Tangaroa took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room? It is indeed. But it is more than an assertion. It is a fact, based on my own investigation. You mean you have proof that he did so? I don't need any such thing. What? If you have a rebuttal that didn't pick up on the mic whatsoever, I'll be happy to hear it. But I highly doubt you'll be able to fault my logic.
Okay.
Get fucked Von Karma! Get fucked Von Karma!
This just seems wrong. But if there's no proof, how can you say for certain that Mr. Tangaroa is the culprit?
Objection! Is that the best you can do at pressing me? Listen here. The presence of the body in Tangaroa's room is, in itself, proof enough of his guilt.
Objection!
And you didn't find evidence pointing to any other possible suspects. Perhaps you should take another look. You might...
You really don't give up, do you? There is no need to take another look. Tangaroa is guilty, end of story. If you insist on asserting otherwise, then show me some proof to back up your ridiculous claims.
I have to think back over the scene of the crime. Mr. Tangaroa really isn't guilty. And there must be something that points to somebody else. And there is! Pressing Mr. Von Karma on any of his statements won't have much of an effect, I fear. My only hope is to find a piece of evidence that contradicts his claims.
I got it. I know what it is.
Unless it's another... Hold on, let me double check. It's this, right?
Objection!
I really don't want to say the wrong... Oh, damn. I was gonna say I didn't want to mess up in front of Von Karma, but I guess I have to. That's an odd thing to say, considering how it contradicts with this.
Von Karma is perfect in every way. There is no contradiction here, none. Did you really think you could make so much as a dent in my logic with that?
I mean, Delicia's fingerprints, right? Oh.
Objection!
No, I fucked up again. What do you make of this piece of evidence, Mr. Von Karma?
Nothing. It isn't even worth considering. Is this all I can expect from you? How did you even earn your badge in the first place?
And yet, here I stand proudly as a lawyer.
Exactly the kind of feeble-minded response I expected. Pathetic.
Lower than dirt to him. There's definitely fingerprints somewhere, right? Damn. Okay. Victim's body was found inside a chocolate treasure chest. Lid was closed until the ship collapsed. Part of the treasure chest's blood is missing. Every other item in the room is also missing a piece of itself. Okay, it's not either of those. Salt lamp. Complete the deception. He took it back to her room once the deed was done. If it had been found near the victim's body, Tangaroa would have seemed doubly suspicious. I feel like it has to be this one, though. Oh, duh.
Objection!
It's true that the murder weapon and the blood-stained chocolate were removed from the scene of the crime. But something else remained that does point to one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph of the body, if you will. The cloth covering the victim's lower half.
Is that not one of the same luminous cloths we found in Miss Scone's room?
What's that, dearie? One of my lovely colourful cloths? At the scene of the crime, you say?
Luminous cloth. Nonsense. I see no light to speak of. I guess he doesn't know how it works. It may look like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attach one of these light-emitting devices, and the difference soon becomes apparent. Yeah, get fucked. Look at his face. I don't think he was expecting that. But the fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. We have to show why it's important. One of the rolls of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belong to Miss Scone. And seeing as the body was wrapped in said cloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious. Mr. Von Karma, I think it's time to accept that a number of factors point to Miss Scone as a person of interest.
Raggy Pegleg, how could you? You're accusing me of all people.
I'm not accusing you of anything just yet. But I do think you're hiding something.
Aye, that's not...
Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder. Exactly. It didn't pick up on the mic last time, so I won't do it this time. Is something funny? Only that you walked so carelessly into my trap. Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were in fact in her room. So sorry to have to break it to you. What does he mean? Tangaroa spotted them before the contest began, and noted that the lamps and cloths contravened the rules. He subsequently confiscated them, and took them to his own room for safekeeping. What? Then, after the contest began, nobody saw hide nor hair of Frost, as he secluded himself in his room. And the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangaroa, possessing, as he did, the only key. And as you know now, he was also in possession of the lamp he used to commit the murder. So you see, I have had everything I need to get Tangaroa convicted all along. Well, how does it feel? To have lost to me before even setting foot in the courtroom. This can't be happening. Oh, wait. All our hard work was for nothing? Miss Scone, why didn't you tell us your stuff was confiscated by Mr. Tangaroa?
Ah, well, dear. Mannequin said that if I spilled the beans, I'd end up being the one under suspicion.
Mr. Von Karma said that?
And he wasn't wrong now, was he? You two accused me yourselves just a second ago.
Pathetic. Curse you, Von Karma. You led us to the murder weapon knowing we'd make certain assumptions as a result. Which is that totally not tampering with the crime scene? Like, dude. Or like, obstruction of justice or some shit? Surely it's something. One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are 2, and only 2, sets of fingerprints on the murder weapon. 2? Yes, those of Delicia Scone and Samson Tangaroa. No others were found. Tangaroa used the lamp he had confiscated to murder Frost, and was foolish enough to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints. At this rate, no one will even need to testify. My perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure his guilty verdict.
Objection!
But wait! What about the luminous cloth that was left behind in Mr. Tangaroa's room? What about it? He probably meant to return it after disposing of the body. Ugh. I don't have enough to disprove any of what he's saying. No more pitiful objection? Then get out of my sight, and close the door behind you. Mr. E, I'm not about to just give up. I see you mean to waste more of my time. Bad. Escort them off the premises now. This investigation is not over yet. Detective Bad. What is the meaning of this? Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half-solved. There's still one last thing from the crime scene that we haven't identified. He's right. We still have the evidence of somebody's activities to account for. Shout out to Detective Bad. We can discuss your lingering doubts at our leisure, Detective. But whatever they might be, they're no business of the defense's.
Objection!
I beg to differ. There's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied about it either. And I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad. What? A yet unidentified something. This isn't it.
Take that!
We still haven't properly identified this piece of evidence. I fucked up. That's not what I was thinking of. Oh? Seems you're the only one who isn't satisfied here. And I assure you, there is no such thing as an unidentified piece of evidence to Avon Karma. Well, I fucked up. Teapot. Is it the finger marks? We don't know who it is?
Take that!
There are finger marks on one of Mr. Tangaroa's creations. Supposing that they belong to the murderer. It could certainly explain how their prints didn't end up on the murder weapon. How do you know so much about the crime scene? Because I let them look around. You let the defense... You let the defense examine the scene, Bad. Are you out of your mind? I don't remember you telling me not to. Insolent worm. You would do well to remember this then, Detective. That the results of your next salary review is up to me. Oof. Detective Bad's in trouble now, too. I'm glad you're my boss, Mr. Edgeworth. As long as you remember that the results of your salary review is up to your performance on this case. Leave him alone, he's like 18. A mere attorney uncovering such a fact based on a cursory investigation. I'm almost impressed. But it's entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangaroa. After all, he wore gloves while preparing his creation.
Objection!
But can you prove conclusively that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there is still something about Miss Scone that doesn't add up. Is there? Or are you simply not prepared to admit defeat?
Oh, stop it, Greggy. Stop it, stop it. Why are you being so mean to your poor old pal Delisha? I owned up to nibbling poor Sammy Poople's sweeties. What more do you want?
I don't want to have to make you a suspect. That much is certain. But you lied to us. And you're still not telling us everything.
Oh, Greggy, stop it. Stop bullying me.
I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature of whipped cream. I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at. What kind of professional confectioner doesn't know something as fundamental as that?
I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry I'm just a silly, muddle-headed girl. What more do you want me to say?
I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think that you were never a confectioner in the first place. Enough. I'll thank you to keep your baseless accusations to yourself. Evidence is everything in a courtroom, in case you've forgotten. If you're going to accuse a witness of perjury, then I demand you present something to back it up. But this isn't a courtroom, is it? Nevertheless.
What proof do I have that Miss Scone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts?
Take that!
Every single one of Miss Scone's creations break the rules of the contest.
Objection!
The offending items, the cloths and the lamps, were duly confiscated, as we have established. And the witness did not go and bring them back to her room herself.
Objection!
But those weren't the only rule-breaking items in her room.
What?
The entire fantastical world Miss Scone created, every last bit of it. It's all just a collection of plastic models slathered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confectionery in the room. No real-world title contender would ever stoop so low. Is this true, Bat?
Yep, saw it with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes.
We get it, Bat, your shoes. Did we finally convince him? With their lies exposed like this, surely he can't continue to deny the facts. Miss Scone, your actions place you firmly on our list of suspects.
But, no dear, I'm no killer.
Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you really? Why were you tampering with your rival's work?
All right. Truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you can believe it.
A pharmacist? I can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we'd imagined. So what's somebody in your line of work doing entering a contest like this one?
Well, I just love eating sweeties, if you must know. And Sammy Poople sweets are the best, or so they say. I just had to enter. I didn't mean to end up making it all the way to the final.
Even Mr. Von Karma is lost for words. That's it? That's the only reason you're here?
Yes, dearie. It was worth it. Samson Silly Bands of sweeties are the tastiest treats I ever did eat.
And the finger marks? Were you the one wearing the gloves?
Oh, no. That wasn't me, dear. I don't even wear gloves.
Remember, Miss Scone's fingerprints were found elsewhere on Mr. Tangaroa's other creations. I'd say that points to her not having worn any gloves.
Exactly, lambkin. Reggie Pegleg's got the right end of the stick. I'm an innocent woman.
Objection!
Is your head filled with cream too?
Oh, sorry, mannequin.
Your head may not be filled with cream, but you're certainly no master of subterfuge. Miss Scone, were Mr. Tangaroa's works the only ones you sampled?
No, dear, I couldn't help myself. When I finished my afternoon tea, I tipped over to Chili Winks' room for a little taste too.
You were in the victim's room too?
Yes, dear. Nobody was in there, you see.
Quite possibly because the occupant was already dead.
But I could only stomach one little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in all my life. So I had myself one of the tasty star-shaped bits off to the side to cleanse my palate.
You have quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Scone?
Indeed.
What didn't she sample?
That's everything, I promise. Reggie Peggles, Mannykins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things.
As long as what you've told us is the truth, that's all that matters in the end.
Do not think for a second that this means I myself believe you. I'm going to investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you've really been after I'm through. Mr. Von Karma, please, let us accompany you. I think it's only fair that we be allowed to investigate the veracity of our own conclusions. Accompany me if you like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation. We'd like to accompany you all the same.
Oh, is this what I think it is?
What is the meaning of this?
Yeah.
When we got to Frost's room, we saw nada. It was all gone. A whole enchilada.
Nice rhyme, I guess.
Was this the work of the culprit? A dead body hidden in a chocolate chest. A murder weapon moved mysteriously to another room. This case was a real peach, and it was going to take some serious sleuthing to get to the bottom of it all.
Yeah, good stopping point.
An incident occurs. Okay, I think that's about when it switches back to Miles. I'm gonna actually check. Yes. Okay.
Let's go back to the menu. To the title screen. Don't save. Back to title.
Horse.
Okay. Ugh, my voice is tired. I've been nothing but gruff dudes this entire stream. And like one Disney princess. Okay. That's gonna be it for today and presumably for the next month. Thank you everybody for coming. I'm gonna let, menu screen music is so good. I'm gonna actually let Nightbot do its thing this time around. So, as usual, if you haven't already, please feel free to join my Discord community server. We get to talk about games like this one, and like Tyrion Cuthbert, which is the other game that I am currently, in air quotes, streaming, because I'm about to go on vacation. But yeah, we talk about a lot of lawyer game, we talk about Yakuza, we talk about Persona, we talk about, what the hell else is in there? A lot of Dragon Age recently, because I'm brain rotting. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do in my Discord server. Also in my Discord server, you can feel free to request games that are on... Hello? My Nexus store, there we go. Took Nightbot a second there. My Nexus store. My Nexus store is a storefront where I sell games. And if you buy games through my Nexus store, I get a portion of the proceeds. It's a great way to support me, and also you get a game. Currently up there is Ace Attorney Investigations. You can also find the Great Ace Attorney, the Ace Attorney Trilogy, Apollo Justice Trilogy, Ghost Trick, Phantom Detective. Everyone should play Ghost Trick. Always, all the time. And currently the Devil May Cry HD Trilogy, I believe. If you're in my Discord server, you can request games for me to put up there temporarily. Capcom titles take priority as I'm a Capcom creator. But Capcom is very nice and is letting us also put non-Capcom titles up as well. I just need to check through the catalog for you. But I can do that. Other fun ways to support me. As of literally today, Ace Attorney Day and also National Chess Day, you were able to subscribe to my channel. I believe 3 people subscribed to my channel today. Thank you very much. You guys are my first subscribers ever, and it means a lot. And also thank you to everyone who tuned in and got me to affiliate this weekend. Shit was on a tight timeline as I'm about to leave the country for about a month and stop solo streaming for a brief while. But anyway, in addition to that, while I'm gone, what you can do is you can check out all of my VODs, my YouTube VOD channel. I put up all of the full VODs unedited onto there. Tyrion Cuthbert will be caught up very soon, and so will this stream once I end it. But everything before today, or before this week, really, for Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane, and Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is up there. aside from my VOD channel, I also have my main YouTube channel where I did play Apollo Justice on my main channel before switching over to a VOD channel, but my main channel, I do vocal covers. My most recent cover is of Loneliness Loop from Yakuza 5. I did a full set of English trans lyrics for those, and I'm very proud of it. It just passed 100 views. I would like to get it to more than that. It would be really neat. Yeah, I'm hoping to also have a couple of covers out while I'm gone. I have a couple of things in the backlog that I've been meaning to release to the world. So yeah, I have a couple that I'm looking at possibly posting while I am on vacation. So keep an eye out. Subscribe to my main YouTube channel. See what's up. Anyway, also, what is the... There we go. Specifically today for Ace Attorney's 23rd anniversary, I created a thing with 4 other moderators called the Ace Attorney Cosplay Collage. It is a collage of over 100 Ace Attorney cosplayers who were all super duper cool and were like, yeah, I'll submit a thing for this giant photo collaboration. I'm working on getting a card page up for it to host the images somewhere that you don't have to wade through all my social media for it. But that's a link to the Twitter thread for it, and you can also find the original Instagram posts along with the full credits of every cosplayer and every photographer that is listed, and a moderator spotlight to highlight all of the wonderful mods that made this possible. 23 years is crazy. What do you mean I'm only a year older than Ace Attorney? Insane. Happy Ace Attorney Day, guys. Happy Ace Attorney Day. I love this game. I love this game a lot. This game has brought me a lot of things. I would not be a Twitch affiliate without Ace Attorney. I would not be a Twitch streamer without Ace Attorney, I don't think. A couple years ago, if you had told me I would be a Twitch streamer and I would be doing streams regularly enough that I would have a community that tunes in every week, and that has gone as far as subscribing to my channel. Not now, Nightbot, your timing. Anyway, if you told me that that had happened a couple years ago, I would probably not have believed it. Yeah, so thank you to everybody who's been tuning in, especially these past few days, just getting me over the hill into affiliate status. And thank you to the Capcom Creators Program for really sort of holding my hand through this. And also all of my wonderful, wonderful friends who have supported me and have helped me out on the streamer journey, because, man, it's a lot. Being a streamer is hard. Speaking of being a streamer, tomorrow, I do believe, I will be live on Kate's channel, Katie100 Catherine, for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are continuing Twisted Karma and His Last Bow, and then that's on Sundays. And then on Thursdays, I'm on Max's channel, Tuxedo Max, M-A-K-S, also playing the Great Ace Attorney. We are heading towards the end of the resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Man, I wonder if I'll finish it while I'm overseas. That'd be interesting. Anyway, I'm going to be gone for about a month. Unless I like really decide to squeeze in like a couple weekday streams, but I don't think I will. I think weekends are where it's at for me. But I'm gonna be gone until probably December in terms of solo streaming. So make sure you catch up on my VODs and see my shit in the Discord and hang out on my social channels. But in the meantime, when I'm not on my channel, you can find me on Kate and on Max's channels probably. I will be putting up a graphic for while I'm on vacation on here, so if you click on my page, you'll be able to see which channels I'm talking about. I think I also have them in the like suggested streamers thing at the bottom of my Twitch, so you can always check that out as well. But anyway, it has been a long weekend of me voicing a lot of characters and doing a lot of recording. I am vocally tired and hungry, and I didn't get a lot of sleep today. And this has been a lot. So I'll see you guys on the internet and whatnot. Thank you very much for coming today. Yeah. Have a good night.